JY's Summer League scouting report now that Summer League is officially underway out in Sin City in Las Vegas. Fully getting underway over the weekend with some more action on this Monday night featuring Reed Shepard of the Houston Rockets. The third overall selection by the Rockets has looked like an excellent pick so far. But JY, we start with 1 and 2. The French countryman, Zaccharie Risacher of the Atlanta Hawks, Alex Sarr for the Washington Wizards, facing off on Friday night and a couple of games under their belt now in Las Vegas. What has your takeaway been of both Sarr and Risacher now in NBA Summer League play?
You know, Risacher is a little bit bigger or taller than I thought. I was impressed with his ability off the bounce a little bit. And I thought, you know, he showed me that he's going to develop into a nice NBA player. Sarr, my concern was going to have been, you know, we talked about it on draft night, his ability to knock down perimeter shots. I thought that's something that I had a concern for. So I've seen him at least take these shots and be willing to shoot the ball from three a little bit. Going 2 of 5, so maybe I kind of mismanaged that a little bit. But, you know, for the most part, also his ability to block shots, 4 block shots, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, showed me a little bit of a complete game. And honestly, just kind of frustrated that you-know-what out of me that Washington went and signed Jonas Valanciunas. Unless they think that Sarr could be a 4, which is, I don't know, because then there's Kuzma and there's other parts there with Washington. But for the most part, I was more encouraged by what I saw by the 2 young rookies. Listen, they didn't shoot the ball great, but they took shots. They were aggressive. And I think the sky's the limit for both of those 2 Frenchmen.
Yeah, fun to see him play right out of the gate and playing good basketball, and not under really that scrutiny that we saw last year in Wembanyama coming over from France in his first game. He can't play. I can't believe they drafted him number 1. The joke is on Spurs, and the joke's on everybody, is Wembanyama is going to be a very good NBA player. But let's talk about Reed Shepard, a guy that didn't go 1 or 2, but went 3 and was sort of solidified in that number 3 position. Talk to me about what you saw to Reed Shepard, because the one thing we knew in college, he could fill it up. He's doing the same thing right now in the Summer League, Coach.
Yeah, and real quick on Wembanyama. Donnie, that guy's going to be top 10 in the NBA by the end of the year. And he may be top 10 now, let's be honest. Yeah. Now, when you talk about Reed Shepard, I mean, it was interesting because when I looked at that backcourt, right, of Jalen Green, of Fred VanVleet, I'm like, you know what, maybe he should have went Donovan Clingan and gone big on big, moved Şengün to the power forward spot. There's been rumors of calls being made to Houston. And then I watched Reed Shepard play this week. I said, I changed my mind because there were guys that just get buckets. And this kid can get buckets. He's sneaky athletic. He's very good defensively. He shoots it from deep and at a high clip. He has an ability to create for others. It's interesting because here we go, guys. Here we go again. Calipari's kids. Like, they come into the league and we have things where we think we're concerned about, and then they come out the blocks and they always seem to outdo what we thought. And Reed Shepard has been fantastic. And the combination of Reed Shepard and Cam Whitmore has been absolutely electric so far in Summer League, and probably been the best duo at that point, to the point where I think yesterday, Reed Shepard was tied with Terrence Shannon Jr., another guy that's had a really good start, for co-favorites to be MVP. I'm sure the market has moved, but Reed Shepard has been absolutely tremendous, guys, the first 2 games.
There's a lot to like in H-Town if you're optimistic about the Rockets. Last year, first year under Ime Udoka, they gave the Warriors a test down the stretch to kind of push Golden State for that 10th and final spot in the Western Conference play-in tournament. Houston finished at an even 500, 41-41, selecting in the top 4 of the NBA draft for the 4th consecutive season. Reed Shepard, 3rd overall. Looks pretty good right now. Moving up the board, in fact, to win NBA Rookie of the Year at 7-1, behind Zach Edey, who remains the favorite after his dramatic odds movement as well, plus 600. Both of those guys in front of the guys that went 1 and 2 out of France, Alex Sarr and Zaccharie Risacher. JY, when you look at the Rookie of the Year odds right now, where do you think the best bet might lie?
Well, I think Edey, is now the favorite. I'm gonna say another guy that I thought looked good is Stephon Castle at 10-1, and he showed a little bit of a propensity, Ben, to show a different side of his game. And I think this is what becomes hard for people to understand, is he wasn't asked to be the primary ball handler at UConn. They had Tristan Newton. He was more of the 3-and-D guy. But he's shown, Ben, I saw a really silky smooth ability to come off of pick and rolls and know when to keep it and when to pitch it. And I think that is something that I want to see with Victor Wembanyama and another team. It's going to be, let's put it this way, it's going to be really exciting in the Lone Star State when it comes to basketball this year. Dallas is going to be Dallas. I agree with you. I think Houston may be the team that makes the big jump. There's always a team that kind of comes out of nowhere. It could be Houston, or it could be the Spurs, because this kid plays defense and offense. He's going to be up there, I think, in steals. He may be up there with assists because he's got guys around him. 10-1. I'm starting to like Castle as another. I guess I would call him value play because he's kind of like tied for fifth. So I'm going to go with it that he's a value play at 10-1.
Yeah, Houston was really pushing for that final playoff spot last year. We'll see if they can take that next step. But the next step, is it an NBA step or is it a misstep? It's Bronny James. 3 games played, 15 total points, 6 for 26 from the field, 0 for 12 from three-point range. Now, the question is right now, people might see those statistics and get upset. This is almost exactly what he did in college, Coach. We're not surprised, are we?
Duck. Because when Bronny James shoots, duck. Especially if it's from 3. I mean, listen, we can line up a bunch of guys on SportsGrid, and I know all of us are going to knock that at least 1 3 out of 12. So he is struggling. At the end of the day, he defends. He defends. We get that. But one-trick ponies of guys that just defend, that can't create for others or knock down shots, they don't make it in this league. And I hope and I pray that they just don't stick that guy at the end of the bench because of his last name. He's got to go to the G League. He's got to play. He's got to play 35 minutes a night, and that's the only way we can evaluate him and get him better is by having him play, not sit next to his dad on the bench. I'm sorry I said it.
A guaranteed deal in Los Angeles as of this moment. Not a two-way deal, but we'll see how they structure things moving forward this summer. Team USA in Abu Dhabi. Break it down now. The second of 5 games in the showcase schedule for Team USA, the men's basketball team getting ready for the 2024 Paris Olympics. Last week, it was a 14-point win over Team Canada out in Las Vegas. Today, it's a matchup against Australia over in Abu Dhabi. JY, as they continue to go through this 5-game exhibition slate, each and every game, what do you want to see the Americans improve on to get ready to win gold at the 2024 Paris Olympics?
Well, the first thing I want them to do, honestly, Ben, is I just want them to value possessions. I thought they were extremely sloppy in their first game versus Canada. Yes, and a lot of that could have to do with players not being on the same page and not playing together. And I think that's something where sometimes you face the European teams, Ben, to have the same teams over and over and over. There's more continuity there. They more understand how to play with each other. So to me, the one thing I need to see more than anything is their ability to value possessions and take care of the ball. Secondly, shoot the ball a little bit better from 3. I know they defended it great, but still only 30% from 3 from the three-point line. I would like to kind of see them shoot it a little bit better from there. But the one thing I want to see, Ben, is I want to see that defensive tenacity. It took them a couple of minutes to get rolling, but once they got what was down 11-1. I mean, they just turned on a level of intensity defensively that is going to be unrivaled and unmatched by any team in the world. So I think as Americans, what we need to do is we want this team to come out. We want to play solid fundamental defense, and we want it from Jump Street. Let your defense lead to your offense because let's be honest, because they can't shoot it that great at times, they're best in transition. Get up in the passing lanes, defend like crazy, secure the first rebound, and get out in transition.
You take a look at the numbers here at the FanDuel Sportsbook to win the Olympics and the gold medal. Team USA is a minus 550 price, which obviously is so much higher than everybody else. Canada, who they just played in the exhibition, is 11-1. And they didn't bring their A game, B game, maybe even C game, just played great defense and won by double digits. Coach, let me ask you this question because we do expect Team USA to win Olympic gold. But what could be the downfall of Team USA that gives the door open to another nation that says, you know what, here's where it could go wrong for Team USA?
Like I said, the team doesn't value possessions. and a team that doesn't shoot the ball from three. If you can get hot, you can get yourself a chance. Listen, we saw it. We talked about this before. We saw it in the NBA Finals. The biggest equalizer, and it seemed like a thing that could flip a game on its head, is a team gets hot from three. And it could happen at any point. So I think you want to try and really win the 3-point line. And you got to win it by big numbers. You got to, hit, and gain what? Probably 18 to 21 points from the 3-point line. So you got to hit 6, 7, 8 more threes to hope that could offset what happens in the half court. The other thing is, guys, I keep looking at France. I know people think I'm crazy, and even guys like Kevin Walsh think I'm over-exaggerating it. But I'm concerned about France with Wembanyama and Gobert. Like that, you can't simulate 7-4, 7-1 with a 7-4 guy that can shoot the three from NBA range. There's no one in the USA that's tall enough that could even affect the shot. And then there's always Serbia and the big man in the middle. So there are teams that are going to concern us, but we should win the gold if we defend. If not, and we don't shoot well, all it takes is one team getting from hot from three, and we could be set packing in the medal round.
Just over a week and a half away from opening ceremonies. That's Friday, July 26th. Action will happen Saturday, July 27th over in Paris for the 2024 Olympic Games. Team USA for its opener against Serbia, who they will play in this exhibition showcase. 14.5-point favorite against Nikola Jokic and the Serbians, just to show you the perspective of what the Americans are thought of doing over in Paris. JY, for the exhibition game today, odds available now on the FanDuel Sportsbook. USA 20.5-point favorite against the Aussies with the total at 188.5. Is there anything from a handicapping perspective for this exhibition match that you like?
Yeah, I just like the USA to cover because I think they're going to come out a little bit better and more aggressive. I think they're going to defend better, and I think they're going to come out and really try to attack teams because I think that's the best way we're going to play. If you find team totals, I would look team total under because I think you're going to have to defend. I think Steve Kerr is going to make them defend and hold them accountable as such. This is a chance where they have to start to ramp it up. Also, points prop, anyone. Anthony Edwards seems like he wants to be that dude. If I'm Steve Kerr, I put him in the starting lineup. If he goes in the starting lineup, folks, I think he actually could be the leading scorer, not only for tonight, for Team USA in the Olympics.
No points props available for this exhibition match as of right now. We'll see about later. JY, thank you for being here on this Monday. A fadeaway to the break, and hour number 3 on the other side.
Angel Reese.